G'day everybody, we're doing the weekly wrap here from Bendigo again. It's got two fillies of ours in the background. They'll come past. One's our Rich Enough filly. There is a 5% share left in her. She's come back in after 4 weeks off. She looks great. And the one in front here coming past, this will be our next grey filly. It's by Holler out of Miss Cleopatra. You'll see a PDS come out for her soon. She's a nice filly as well. So just watching the young horses do work. It's a really nice time to be seeing these horses. They've been broken in, they come back out, they go back out for 4 weeks, they come back in, and yeah, it's good to see their development, watching them grow. Obviously their quirks, learning all their quirks about the horses and stuff, but it's a really satisfying time, seeing these horses. You see them at the yearling sale, bring them back, they have time off, you see them broken in, so it's kind of like watching one of your kids grow up. Anyway, so today we've got the weekly wrap. So last week's runners was Twitchy Frank's last run for the stable, or for Roll the Dice. She's getting ready to go to the broodmare sales on Monday, so if anyone wants to watch those sales go through and any interest in those horses, you'll see her go through. We kind of went out rolling the dice a little bit. It was at Ipswich. It was a massive leaders track there. I don't think a horse one that wasn't in the first three come from outside the first three. We put the blinkers on. We thought we'll roll forward, put the blinkers on. We jumped. There's a couple jumped better than us. We were probably going to go around and sit outside them at some stage, but unfortunately we got kind of held in and couldn't get a run. She over raced with the blinkers on, and wasn't really the way we wanted to see her go out, because she's been an incredible campaigner, but she got over raced and really never got a clear crack at them, and she kind of goes to the broodmare sales now. Everyone was a little bit disappointed with the run, but you can't be disappointed with her as a horse in the campaign. She won over $500,000. She won a Group 3 race in Tassie, beating some nice horses. Probably should have run a bit closer in a listed race over in Tassie, so she competed there. Got beaten by a nice horse here at Bendigo a couple of times. She won the Vobis Gold Distaff. She won a nice race at Caulfield with I can't remember the young kid sitting behind him. So the owners have had an incredible thrill. There goes our Rich Enough filly. There's our Holler filly behind us. We know Holler really well with Mahuda. He used to race a few times. He was a magnificent looking horse. I remember him walking into the mounting yard one day, and it was just like, had a massive amount of presence. Anyway, digressing. So Twitchy Frank will go through. Just like to thank all the owners for being part of it. We had a great ride and a lot of fun. So she goes off to become a mum, and hopefully she'll find a really good home, really nice home. I'm sure she will, and she'll have some really nice progeny going forward in the next few years. We also had Andrea Montagna. Look, I'm not sitting here to be critical of jockeys or anything like that, because it's a bloody tough gig, and the girl that rode her, she's ridden absolutely sensational the last couple of starts, but she probably got it slightly wrong. We put the blinkers on him for the first time as well, and we were the idea was we jump, just settle behind him, but as soon as that pace slackened and came out of it, we wanted her to roll forward and go to the front. And for one reason or another, she didn't do it. She kind of ended up getting stuck 3 wide the trip, and he battled away really well for fourth. But I feel that if he had been able to roll the front and try something different and a bit more of a catch me if you can type of scenario, I think he would have been a hell of a lot more competitive. So he'll go to another race in Adelaide. So we'll give him 3 weeks between runs this time. We backed him up last time. Look, we need to get a win out of him. He's running really honest, but honest is not paying the bills. So we've got to get a win out of him soon, and then see where we can go from there. But I'm sure he has. If we can just get that right kind of luck at the right time, I'm sure we'll be somewhere around about the mark. We've also had Ocean Essence. He's our kind of Tassie flag bearer over there at the moment, and he was a good run. He kind of sat outside the leader. The best part about his run, he ran second. Best part about his run was the way he raced. His manners were really good, which is not always the case with him. So his manners are really good. We kind of mapped out a plan to sit outside the leader, and the leader was a horse that actually beat RDD2 last start and went super. And we thought what we didn't want was to sit outside a leader that was going to give up at the 500 and just get left in front, because he's a 4-year-old gelding now, but he does get a bit lost, like he does run around a little bit and still get a bit lost, and he does a hell of a lot wrong. So that was our plan. We thought, perfect, we'll sit outside this horse. This horse will take us, be right next to us right until probably the 150 metre mark, where he can concentrate, have a horse to race, and then really kind of finish off. Unfortunately, that horse dropped out at the 500, went backwards, probably not 500, 400, 350, and we got left in front. We kind of kicked clear, and then he kind of did what he did. He rolled about a little bit, rolled in, and the place to be was right hard up on the outside fence there at Hobart, and unfortunately we kind of rolled back to the inside. Once that horse went past us, if you watch the tape, it looked like he was going to drop out and ran fourth, but once the winner went past us, he kind of switched on again and took off again. So we've really worked him out now. We know how to ride him. It's just we need those horses to he needs to race a horse for the whole, just to have a horse to race till the 100 metre mark, and then he tends to put him away. But if he hits the front too early, like he does at Tassie sometimes, because a few of those lesser horses drop away real quick, it makes it a bit difficult for him. So he's got a few more nice wins in him for sure. He's maturing all the time. So they were our 3 runners from last week. This week we have, looks like we'll have Kal-El. He'll go to Ballarat Syntho on next Thursday. 2100 metre race, so he'll go there, maybe get blinkers. He'll be really competitive there. Haley's Lightning will be the other one. She'll head round there as well. And then we've got our RDD2, so we're just praying for some luck over in Adelaide on Sunday. We're just praying for some luck, and he could be our winner for the weekend. He gets in with it. We've got a junior on him. All he's got to do is just sit, wait, get him to the outside, and really let him smash home. So that's what we're hoping is going to happen there with him, because he's been desperately unlucky his last couple of starts. We've also got Cam Pataminus. It goes round and starting to get out to his distance that we think he's going to be competitive. I haven't spoke to him yet. He might be putting a set of blinkers on him. He's another horse that can lose concentration pretty quick. But being by Adelaide with his breed, he's going to get better as he gets over further. So, fingers crossed he can run really, really well. And it's about time he needs to step up now. So we'll see that happen. We've also had a couple of trials. We had a Swing and Boom trial on Tuesday morning at Caulfield, trialled super. Really happy with her. She'll have one more trial, and then we'll look to go to the races with her. She'll probably kick off midweek somewhere, I'd be guessing, and be highly competitive first up, as she was last time around, where she won at Cranbourne. We had Pinot Party. He went round. He ran second in the trial. Looks quite impressive, the trial there. It was a very slow trial there at Caulfield on Tuesday, but he seemed to ping off a slow pace, and he looks like he's come back really well. So fingers crossed we can find a nice race for him. He'll have another trial next Tuesday, and then we'll kick off from there. What else have we got? So they're the two. We also had our Reliable Man have a bit of a hit out at Horsham on Wednesday. Paramedic, it's called. He's pretty new and green and still learning the whole thing, but looks like a nice horse. Visually, he's a really nice looking horse. So let's hope that he can live up to his looks. And outside of that, that's all our trialers. Went and saw Gold Bracelet yesterday. She looks absolutely magnificent. She's got some presence about her. She'll go first up into the Cochrane Stakes on the 29th. So it's only probably 4 weeks away, 29th of August. The spring's rolling around really quickly. All the spring races are coming up. I see, like at the end of this month, you got the 3-year-old race that a lot of the kind of winter horses that are going good will kick off on, and the newer horses will come back for. So that's a really good race. So there's not much time between. We say there's not a lot of time between the spring and the autumn. It seems like with this COVID lockdown and that, between winter and spring, it seems to have gone really quick as well. Other updates. Lee tipped a winner on the weekend. It was $1.50. He reckons that he could have got $2.50 when he sent it out, but desperate times there for Lee. So it's really stand up and be counted time, Lee, or I'm going to have to step in and help the punters out there, because I reckon he's getting the wobbles here. He's hit the 100 metre mark. He's getting the wobbles. So we need to see 2 or 3 in a row, and we need to see some nice odds as well, Lee, for the punters out there. So kick on there. We've got our horse Defend, who had a bit of a few issues. He's had a throat burn on his operation, so he's over here Josh's, we're going to trial him in a couple of weeks. He was having some wind issues there and not getting any oxygen to the lungs and around the body. So we'll see him kick off at a trial here, not this Tuesday, next Tuesday. And then from there, we'll get him back to the races, and hopefully that little wind operations fixed him up. We've got Anjana goes to the sales on Monday, so if anyone's followed her or backed her, you can see her go through the broodmare sales. There'll be plenty of interest in her, so fingers crossed she can find a really nice stud there, and she'll find some nice stallions to go to as well. And I think that's about it. I'm going through everything else. Obviously, it's tough times down there in Melbourne. The Zoom call. We did a Zoom call last Friday, 8 till 9 o'clock. There was a few people dropped in. There was a few tips getting flying around on that Zoom call, and I can guarantee there was a few winners tipped out of that. A few people rang up and got stuck into Lee about his tips, and he came good. And then we found a little one that I'd heard around the traps as well in Adelaide. So haven't got any of them this week, but I'll keep everyone updated. If you jump into the Zoom call, you might be able to pick up on a couple of the tips that have been floating around. I've still got a few trainers to talk to today, so I'll hit them up for a bit of a tip and let everyone know on the Zoom call tonight. Everyone stay safe, and hopefully we can talk to you tonight on the Zoom call. Thanks.